welcome to my channel. My name is Hannah McNeely, and if you see me bouncing around, it's because I am pregnant and sitting on a birth ball. Can you see it? It's pink. Today I want to talk about a topic that how have I not made this video before, I guess is the question, because the power of the mind, positive thinking, a positive mindset, optimism in general is one of those things I care deeply about and has totally changed my life. And I think I haven't touched on this quite yet in this way because I didn't know how I wanted to talk about it, and maybe I'll make more videos like this in the future because this is more just an overview about positive mindset. And I think I was hesitant too because I thought, doesn't everyone know this stuff already? But the truth is that I didn't know this stuff a couple years ago, and I didn't know how powerful and tangible this stuff can actually be. Real quick, I want to talk about a couple books that totally changed my life. The first one was You Are a Badass at Making Money by Jen Sincero. It was written for me. I listened to it on Audible like 3 or 4 times within a year because it just resonated with me so much. So if you feel like you are the kind of person who can never make money, this book is for you. The next book I want to talk about is my friend Heather McKean, her book called Mind Change. It's also on Audible. It's very, very good, and it's about changing your whole life and even your body and your illnesses through the power of the mind. It sounds crazy, but I completely got rid of depression, insomnia, and anxiety using her method of the Mind Change method, and I'll link some of the videos I made with her down below. Yes, this is law of attraction. It is that whole The Secret thing that I always rolled my eyes at. I thought it was ridiculous. When people use the word manifest, I cringed. I hated it, and I'm definitely one of those people now. So I want you to know that if you are just not open to it, please just have like a crack of your mind open to listen to this. Here's the thing, and this is just the dang truth. Our reality is how we see the world. So basically, our perspective on anything is what it is, and that concept is essentially the whole nugget of power of the mind. When people used to say, I choose to be happy, and I was in my very depressed thing that I was doing, it just irked me. It made me so upset. How could you possibly say that you choose happiness? I have a mental disorder. That's what I thought. But in reality, we choose how we react to anything. So if someone says something and you're deeply offended by it, you're choosing to be offended. If you have a life situation, you got a lot going on, and you're feeling so stressed, you are choosing stress. You can choose another option. And I say this amidst a rather stressful time in my life. We're gonna have a baby in a couple months, and we still have a ton of flooring to put down. We need to get the flooring done before the baby comes, and my husband and I are both very busy with our own jobs, and it's just a lot of work, and we can either choose stress or we can choose peace about it. Okay, let's get into the actual tips. Number 1, this is the gold standard for law of attraction, gold standard for power of the mind. It's gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. You have to say it 3 times for it to really work. Be grateful in all situations, even if there is a situation you're in and it just feels like the absolute worst. You could not find a single thing to be grateful for. I bet you can. I bet you can look up at the sky and say, wow, I'm just glad I'm alive. A lot of people like to do the exercise of listing 3 things they're grateful for that day, at the end of the day, right before they go to bed, to really train their minds to look for what they're grateful for. And that's what the whole thing is with law of attraction and manifesting. It has to do with a small part of the brain called the reticular activating system. I believe it's back here. I think that's why I'm pointing back here. The whole idea is that we will find what we are looking for. So if you're looking for things to be grateful for, you're gonna find them. If you are in the market for a blue Jeep, you're gonna see blue Jeeps everywhere. And if 2 people are in a field looking for 4-leaf clovers, one person believes they will find them, the other person believes they will not find them, guess who's gonna find more? The person who believes it, the person who knows what they're looking for and believes in their heart. And gratitude is what helps you get centered in that belief. Tip number 2 is to surround yourself with positive, uplifting people. Try to just slowly shed away those victim mindset people who can't stop complaining about what's going on in their life. Yes, life is hard sometimes. Yes, there are difficult things going on, but the people who complain and just harp on things, they just don't take responsibility for anything in their own lives, and it's just about them. Everything's happening to them. I can't believe this is happening to me. Just either, if you can't shed them from your life, if they're really permanent in your life, put up a protective bubble and surround yourself instead with the positive, uplifting people, those people who are just so optimistic and cheer you on and celebrate your successes and are with you in your losses. Which brings me to number 3, be very careful about what you consume. So just as you're careful about who you're spending time with and how they're influencing you, what are the things you're putting into your mind? Now, for those of us who are concerned about health, we're very concerned about what we eat and drink, right? We're even concerned about the type of water that we drink. We should have the same standards about the things that we're putting into our mind. Shows that we're watching, news, I know. It's a lot right now. Instagram feeds. Are you consuming negative news, drama, victim mentality, all the things that bring people down? Or are you consuming the stuff that pumps you up and cheers you on? Tip number 4, if you are having one of those low moments and you just can't muster the optimism, call or text one of your most positive friends and ask for a pep talk. I am notorious for this, so if you are my friend in real life, please let me know when you need a pep talk. I itch to give people pep talks. It pumps me up. Meditation, meditation, meditation. If you want to change your perspective dramatically and you don't have a meditation practice, start today. There are so many wonderful meditation apps. It has never been easier to start a meditation practice. I think 20 years ago, if someone wanted to start meditating, they would have to find a teacher in their hometown and go to one of their classes. Nowadays, you just download an app and it directs you, it guides you so you know exactly what to do. Ultimately, you're just focusing on your breath. You're just staying present and trying to focus on the here and the now. I think a lot of people think about meditation like you're just clearing your mind. That's impossible and very, very hard to do, and not even the goal. Meditation really comes into play when you are not feeling your most positive, when you are feeling so low, so negative, you can't help but having a pity party, something's going wrong. I have been there, trust me, especially my pregnancy has not been all sunshine and rainbows. It's been pretty uncomfortable, and sometimes I'm like, I just need to feel sorry for myself for a little bit. And I know, because I have a regular meditation practice, I have the awareness that I am feeling sorry for myself right now, and I'm gonna allow myself to feel this for just a couple minutes, and then I'm gonna pop out of it. There's a really big difference between letting yourself get so wrapped up in that self-pity that you just get spiraled down and then it just takes you out for a week, between being able to just be so self-aware that you know what's happening and you're just mentally strong. You know that you are acting like a victim. You just know it. And you know that being a victim is not going to serve you. Which brings me to tip number 7, which is breathe. Deep breath. I need to be reminded of this all the time. Deep breathing through your nose can really calm you down and help you to see perspective, see what's really going on, and help you refocus and shift to having that positive mindset. And it helps your body know, I can relax, and then your mind is able to open up and see all the wonderful things and see those 4-leaf clovers. The next tip is to stop complaining. This is a hard one. I have been a complainer in my life, and I never knew how to get it under control until I started getting into this whole power of the mind stuff. You have to recognize the consequences of complaining. I know it feels good, and sometimes, yes, I do complain sometimes, and I just want to go, oh, that's so annoying. But don't let your complaining just snowball totally out of control, and also be very mindful about who you complain to. Personally, I have some safe people that I complain to, like my husband or my sister. They're my closest people in my life, and I just go, you know what, I need to complain, I need to vent, but then I bring it back in and then I'm done complaining. The consequences of complaining is that you focus on the very things that you don't want. All you're doing is inviting more of that in your life, because we get more of what we look for. Complaining is the opposite of gratitude. Next thing I want to talk about is when things go wrong. Things do go wrong. Power of the mind stuff isn't about living in this fluffy world where everything's perfect and I can just manifest a diamond ring right in front of me if I wanted to, because we live in the real world and things go wrong. But the difference is your reaction to it. How are you going to react when something goes awry, something you really don't want, something so inconvenient? Are you just going to whine and complain and throw a fit? Or are you gonna go, let's find a solution. I'm gonna have a positive attitude about this. I'm gonna be a positive Pam or a good attitude Gilbert, which is a thing I made up this weekend when things went awry. Next very powerful tip is to fake it till you make it. If you're not feeling positive, put a smile on your face. smiling is the last thing you want to do. I understand. That's why you're going to do it. If all you want to do is complain, force yourself to find something that you're grateful for and then just sit in that. Be in your happy place, because you're going to get more of that the more you're grateful for it. And you can even be grateful for things that haven't even come yet, but you know they're gonna come because you believe that much and your faith is that strong. Give to others, be generous with your time, be generous with your money, be generous with whatever that is so precious to you. For me, my time is very, very precious to me. So if I want to really give, I want to give my time. Giving my money, it's not as hard for me to give money. Giving time is more difficult, so that's what I need to give more of. When you give to other people, you get yourself out of your own head and you stop looking at yourself like the world is out to get me. The world is not out to get you. The world doesn't really care about you. Let's be honest. You're not the center of the world. You're not the center of the universe, as my mother liked to tell me when I was a teenager. So giving to someone else, especially giving anonymously, it's just the best feeling. When you feel good physically, you feel good mentally. There is a lot that we can do ourselves to take personal responsibility to feel as good physically as we possibly can. Eating well, exercise, sleeping enough, having a balanced social life, and seeing your friends, having good friends, having purpose in life, getting outside, getting sunshine, getting out in nature. I'm basically listing all of the blue zones factors. When you feel good physically, you're naturally gonna feel good mentally, or at least it's gonna be a lot easier for you to do all the other steps that I listed above. You know how when you are under the weather, you have a cold or something, oh gosh, it's so easy to get stuck in that negative mindset because you don't feel good. It's harder. So if you really want to harness the power of your mind, I really recommend eating a whole foods, plant-based diet, getting to bed early, waking up at the same time every day, having a routine, and getting sunshine and getting exercise daily. This seems so basic, like the most simple things, but it's just a reminder that it's gonna change your world. Before I close out, I just want to say thank you to our sponsor today, Squarespace. Squarespace is a website building platform that provides award-winning, beautifully designed templates and unparalleled customer service. They make it incredibly simple to create your very own website that looks like it was designed by a professional. Squarespace has easy on-the-go blogging tools, a simple back-end process to create a shop if you're selling something, and 24/7 customer support for when you do run into a snag or two that you're not quite sure how to fix. Go to squarespace.com/Hannah McNeely for a free trial and 10% off your first purchase. Okay, bye.